Hello and thanks for joining me. I'm Matthew Rondina with Best Buy Canada's Best Buy blog. Today I am unboxing, testing out, and reviewing the Samsung Odyssey Neo G9. Just a friendly reminder that you can order the G9 today via bestbuy.ca. The Samsung ultra-wide gaming monitor lineup has a new, stunning addition with the massive 57-inch Odyssey Neo G9. Besides its huge display and jaw-dropping field of view, the Neo G9 is packed with gaming-centric features to level up your experience. The Neo G9's 1 millisecond response time, 240Hz refresh rate, AMD FreeSync Premium Pro technology with VRR support all work in tandem to offer a smooth, more immersive gaming experience. In this review, I'll be unboxing, setting up, and testing out the Neo G9 with a range of ultra-wide content to see how it performs. Before diving into all the features and taking a look at the performance of the monitor, let's take a look at how to set things up. And with a monitor this size, it definitely takes a two-person approach for the setup. You don't want to put extra stress on the panel, so again, having two people to team lift is the way to go, again, to avoid any injury or damage to the product, so just keep this in mind moving forward. Thankfully, Samsung has designed the box in such a way that major components can be installed before lifting the panel out of the box and putting it onto the surface that you're going to use to game or work on. But before you start the unboxing process, make sure you have the necessary tools with you. First off, you need a Phillips head screwdriver. It's very handy, especially if you're going to be directly mounting this to the included arm. If you are going for a wall-mounted approach, you'll need more tools and other steps to follow, but let's just follow the steps based on all the included components, first off with the actual arm itself. When you first open up the box, you'll be greeted with, of course, the monitor itself, a few of the components, but I would have a look at the quick start guide. I highly recommend taking a look at that and also attaching the monitor's arm and connecting all the cables inside the packaging before trying to move anything else out of the box. Again, if you pull the monitor panel out of the box beforehand and you don't put all of the components like attaching the arm, it just makes for a very awkward setup. So make the initial setup easier on yourself. The G9 is approximately 42 pounds with the stand. Mix that in with its elongated size, and a two-person team is definitely the safest way to go about things when setting up and moving the giant panel. Now, before we dive into actually setting up the panel itself, let's take a look at what's in the packaging. You'll of course find the Odyssey Neo G9 monitor, display arm, power cable, one HDMI and one DisplayPort cable, a USB-A cord along with setup and warranty paperwork. The first thing that I did notice as I started the unboxing process is just how striking the curvature is on the panel. It has a very thin bezel for its size, which is also pretty shocking, but it still takes up a lot of desk space. This is especially true with the included stand, but thankfully, as much as it does take up a lot of space, you get a lot of flexibility, so you can tilt, swivel, and make height adjustments once the panel is mounted either on its stand, or if you decide to go with the wall mounting option, there is an included 100 by 100 VESA mount, but it will require some extra steps, and you will have to look into, if you are going to go the third-party route for an actual mounting arm, make sure that it can support the weight, the 42, I would say 50-pound weight of the monitor. And now with the arm securely fastened to the back of the monitor, at this point I'm just taking the base stand, which does not require any tools. It can just be sort of slotted in and then manually screwed in just with your fingers. So there's like a pop-out tab for both bottom points. You can just twist and screw them in nice and tight, and then you are almost ready to flip over the box, pull the monitor out from the retail packaging, and get ready to start playing. Once it's out of the box and all set up though, the G9 has a really beautiful modern design aesthetic that matches its cutting edge hardware. Besides its massive size and beautiful swooping panel, the white and black rear shell contrasts the monitor beautifully. I find it looks like something straight from a sci-fi film. Looks a little bit like a spaceship, even some stormtrooper armor. Again though, like the actual outer shell is plastic, but it's very, very high grade, looks quite beautiful. It is high gloss, and this is all really accented quite well with the actual Neo's signature core lighting on the back, which can be synced with the on-screen action, as well as you can go and use some of the presets and have various colors displayed with the actual lighting. And there are two LED accent lights at the front, just along the bottom left and right of the monitor, which look quite nice as well too, and they can either be left as a static lighting option, or they can also pulse or throb the same way as the lighting at the back of the monitor can. One omission in the display is a lack of any onboard sound. For some, this might not be a factor, but for others, it might be a bit of a disappointment. A lot of users might opt for external speakers, but it would be nice to have some onboard sound. The G9 has a headphone jack, so you can still enjoy high-quality audio with your preferred devices. Alternatively, you can also connect external speakers to the monitor, as it does have multiple ports and inputs. When it comes to connecting your devices to the G9, you'll find all the modern ports you'd come to expect from a high-end monitor. Tucked neatly into the lower portion of the display is a row of inputs that includes one 3.5mm headphone jack, 3 HDMI inputs, a single DisplayPort 2.1, and a USB port hub with 4 inputs. Of note, the monitor doesn't include a remote for navigating menus, so just keep this in mind. Instead, you'll be clicking through menus using a round menu toggle button at the bottom middle of the front of the display. Here it is in action. So overall, I found the button presses pretty responsive, but just the placement under the display without a remote, I found it a little awkward at times to navigate. Now let's take a look at the overall monitor's performance. The G9 comes packed with appealing features that will really push your PC hardware to the bleeding edge. One of the most impressive aspects of the panel is that it's the quote-unquote world's first dual UHD monitor. In essence, the G9 is two 32-inch 4K UHD monitors put together in one seamless package. Adding those together, the G9 boasts a 7680 by 2160 8K resolution with a display aspect ratio of 32:9. In action, the monitor looks absolutely mind-boggling, but do keep in mind this does require a high-end graphics card like the AMD Radeon RX 7800 XT to push all these pixels at once. The monitor is powered by Samsung's Quantum Mini LED technology, offering a greater range of color, brightness, and deeper black tones. The panel also offers a great level of detail with 140 ppi, pixels per inch. The panel also has 2,392 local dimming zones combined with 12-bit black levels, offering an excellent depth in contrast. The display can hit a peak brightness of 1000 nits and carries a VESA Display HDR 1000 certification, so you know you're getting a bright, vivid screen that is also capable of achieving inky black levels. This offers a greater range in color expression and realism. Along with the impressive display detail and contrast, the G9 is also ready for plenty of action gaming. The panel features a lightning-fast 1 millisecond response time and a 240 Hz peak refresh rate. This offers more fluid movement and near input lag-free play while you game. The monitor also supports G-Sync and FreeSync Premium Pro, which in my testing offered smooth and tear-free gameplay. In my experience with action games like Marvel's Spider-Man, images remain sharp and smooth amidst the chaos. Whether I was racing around in Forza Horizon, sniping in Fortnite, or exploring the skies in Microsoft Flight Simulator, the G9 delivered incredible performance that kept me locked into the experience. Here are my final thoughts on the Samsung Odyssey Neo G9. The monitor itself is a game changer when it comes to enjoying ultra-wide content to the fullest. Its massive 57-inch display and jaw-dropping field of view provide an immersive gaming experience like few other displays can. As an avid action and FPS player, I love the 1 millisecond response time and the AMD FreeSync Premium Pro technology, which delivered a smooth, stutter-free gameplay experience in all my testing. The sleek futuristic design and customizable LED lighting accents made it a visually stunning addition to any gaming setup. The drawbacks of the display are few and far between, but cost and the high-end hardware to run the G9 at its full potential might be prohibitive. The G9 itself requires a powerful GPU to support its 8K resolution, 240Hz refresh rate, and HDR features. But if you're willing to make the investment, the Neo G9's impressive performance will elevate your gaming experience to new heights. I'm Matthew Rondina with Best Buy Canada's Best Buy blog. Don't forget to check out the Samsung Odyssey Neo G9 on bestbuy.ca. Game on!